All right, first, just an apology for the last video. I meant to time-lapse all that welding stuff. So if you were there and had to suffer through watching me fumble and bumble with the torch and tacking up stuff, I apologize. The other apology is I haven't posted a lot of videos. Again, just sorry. Just not a lot of cash for projects and not a lot of motivation when everything seems to be going sideways. But we're doing the best we can here. So, yeah, if you guys want to follow along, almost got this wagon done. We are in the bug fixing phase right now and on the second engine and the second transmission. You'll get to see. It's a fun story. Follow along, guys. But yeah, apologies for leaving all that stuff in with not time-lapsing it or doing a voiceover or anything on the last video. You 200 people that always drop in to watch the videos, you guys are solid. Thanks.
The headers on this side is real close to both the mount and the starter.
It's the mount and the starter guy.
This side was just the steering rack we were worried about. But so this is where I got this guy kind of spitting out at in between the bell housing and the suspension. Kind of the same over here. It's going to come out a different angle because I had to do some voodoo. And I'm going to have to shut the garage if you guys want to see the voodoo, which is fine. On this side over here, I can't see anything. You can't see anything. I can't see anything. So it came down. Let's see if you guys can see that. It kind of comes down real close to the starter. So we had to zoom it back over this way, and then we had to zoom it back over this way so we could clear everything. And not terribly mad. I've marked that guy. I'm going to go back in there and trim that back just a little bit because there's a little more overlap than I like. Even though it is slip fit, we can make it nicer. And yeah, there's our header for that side. And I'm going to weld V-bands, and that will be our first little go at it. Aha! Look at that. Look at that. Even with the V-band clamp on, son. Perfect. All right. I'm not mad about that at all. Pull it out. Yeah, that's going to work. All right. Well, we can't be too terribly mad about that. So there is our passenger side header. So I'm going to pull it out there. It should be able to pull out without having to take off the V-band, which is great. And yeah, the other one. There we go. So to welding. I really have no idea what to put here while we're time lapsing. So I'll just talk about my settings, and maybe that's something you care about. It really doesn't make all that much of a difference, to be quite honest. But yeah, it's fully back purged. You'll see we're using little silicone rubber pluggy guys. I also have like a full-on aluminum block to bolt those flanges down to that you can back purge through, which is really handy. You can get that, just buy a chunk of aluminum and drill it out yourself. They're really not that hard or difficult to make, although drilling through aluminum can sometimes be tedious. So yeah, we're working with the HTP TIG welder, and we have we're using a number 16 cup, most likely. We are at 120 pulses per second. On DC, electrode negative, and I think we'll probably have it, the pulse time is probably 50% with a background current of 20 is what I like when I'm welding stainless, and I usually set it at about 120 amps, but you're not really getting the 120 amps. You're getting more like probably 40 amps or 50 amps, and I'm using the pedal a lot to get that done. And if you guys would like, I have a whole how to TIG weld playlist. If you go on to Monkey Fab and go under playlist, there's a how to TIG weld. It's a bit old, but all the fundamentals I think are still relative. And as you can guess, I'm pretty long-winded, so I go into great detail. So if you can manage to bear through me rambling endlessly about how to TIG weld, along with some pretty good TIG shots, not the best in the business by no means. I'm not claiming that they're the best how-to videos, but if you're into that kind of thing, you want to learn how to weld, it's a pretty good way to get you started. It covers all the basics from what the machines are to how to wire them, what all the different functions are. Your filler wires, your tungstens, how to sharpen them, how to set up your machine. Oh, my post flow is usually about 10 cubic feet per minute or hour, whatever the heck it is. And my flow is usually about 30 CFH. And we'll just do like about an inch at a time. So that's what we do is with the 16 cup, you just weld what the cup can cover, stop, let it cool down. And that's about it. So hope you enjoy. Yeah. Got this guy done. This is the passenger side. I'm not terribly mad at the welds on this guy. I think they never look good in the camera, but I feel like they turned out pretty well. Now I have to go do the driver's side and we'll have our headers done. Number two is done, and same thing. Just weld those parts on. These are already done. Just surface them, put the gasket in place, tacked all that stuff up. Now we got a header for the driver's side and the passenger side. I'll go throw this on the car and give you guys a look at them in the car. Here we got, let's see, can you? Yes, you can. And you can see it here and here by the tailpipes coming out through here. So this guy right here, a bit tricky. It was really close to the starter and the mount. So we had to ziggy it this way and ziggy it that way and get here, and then we're going to curve back over into the natural channel so we can go into our cross pipe. And then this guy here, what I was kind of shooting for was trying to keep it as direct and straight back as we can. So that's going to kind of come back. I haven't quite decided. I might bump it up and along. I don't know. We'll just see how the pipe looks when I get there, and then it's going to zoom around and then zoom back, and then we're going to have our cross pipe here. So real happy with that. This side was actually is really tight again as well, I should say. Try not to get the light in the camera. So the cross member you can see was, or the steering shaft is real close. So we had to, do some tight work. We had to get it through here. The bell housing on these 4L60E transmissions are ginormous, so we had to work around all of its little weird flares and stuff. So from the front, you guys can see we're just kind of coming down, and we got it cut at the collector there. And then we just, made our own pipes all the way back till we get to here. And then on this side, it was kind of the same. Cut it at the collector. You can see where we just welded around to the collector there. And then zoomed it back down around the starter there. And then back to here above the suspension. So from there we'll do a little bendy pipe, and we'll put our little flex couplers in, and I don't need to repeat myself. I've already said it like 6 million times, my Jesus. So that is it with those headers. They can come in and out, no problems. Really happy with that. Really valuable, time-oriented, and cheap solution to get those headers made. Thought I'd get a lot farther, but this exhaust work is exhausting. Get it? It's exhausting. It is tiring and tedious.
But we'll make it look nice because it's always fun to build a nice looking exhaust. So we'll carry that look all the way through, hopefully. And if you like what you're seeing here, if you don't mind, be sure to go by and check out monkeyfabgarage.com. That's monkeyfabgarage.com. monkeyfabgarage.com. We got all your turbo fabrication needs, lots of little hard to find parts, flanges for turbos, V-band flanges. We're using all my own stuff you can get at the store. So drop by, check it out, appreciate it. It helps support this, helps support the family, other families. So thanks. Until next time, this is Mike Monkey Fab signing out.